Namaste and welcome to Devi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. I'm Yamajit, and welcome to day 8 of Navaratri and our readings and meditations from the Devi Mahatmaya, also known as the Chandipat or the Durga Shaptasati. Chapter 11 will be the gods rejoicing the slaying of all the demons. Let's begin with our opening puja. Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yashmare Pandarikaksham Sabhyabhyanta Sushi Suryakoti Samaprama Nirbhignam Kurumudeva Sabakaryam Siddhe Jai Ganesha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshvara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Jai Guru. Badukameva Bandanan Michur Mukshya Mamrita. Om Namah Shivaya. Devi Prapanote Hare Prasida Prasida Mata Jagata Kilasya Prasida Vishvesvara Pe Vishvam Tvameshwara Devi. Durga Shama Shivadatri Svasvada Namostute Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Devi Kalaratri Namostute. Jema. Lam Vam Om. Lam Vam Ram Yam Ham 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 Om. Jema. Chapter 11, Meditation. Om. We meditate on the goddess Bhuvaneshwari, the ruler of the earth. The brilliancy of her body is like the sunrise in the morning. The moon is the crown upon her head. Her swelling breasts over are in union. Upon her face shines her radiant smile, and her hands show the mudra of granting boons. The curved sword, net, and mudra, granting fearlessness. Om, the rishi said. Then the great lord of thought, Sumba, was slain by the goddess. The gods of the rule of the pure led by the light of meditation illuminating the quarters with cheerful faces because of the fulfillment of their desire, praised the ever purifying one. O goddess, you who remove the distress of all who take refuge in you, be pleased. Be pleased, O mother of the entire perceivable world, be pleased, O supreme of the universe, protect the universe. O goddess, you are supreme over all moves and does not move. Please, because you exist as intrinsic nature of the earth, you alone are the sole support of the material world. O goddess of unchangeable valor, you reside in the intrinsic nature of water, in the form of its container, whereby you gratify this all. You are the energy of the consciousness which pervades all, of infinite valor, the seed of the universe, that which is beyond limitation. By you, O goddess, all is deluded by attachment. And if you are gracious, you are the cause of the liberation of the world. O goddess, all that is knowledgeable are your various distinctions, and all women in the world reflect your capacity entirely. By you, O mother, this world is filled, for you are beyond praise. How can we sing your glory? O goddess, bestower of heaven and liberation, you are all existence. When you have been thus extolled, what else can we sing but your glory? You reside in the hearts of all living beings in the form of intelligence. You bestow upon your devotees heaven and liberation. O goddess, exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. In the form of divisions of time, you bring about change to the energy which exists after the dissolution of the universe. Exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. To the auspicious and all auspicious, to good, to the accomplisher of all objectives, to the source of refuge, to the mother of the three worlds, to the goddess who is rays of light, exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. You are the eternal energy of creation, preservation, and destruction in all existence. That is upon all qualities depend on which limits all qualities. Exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. For those who are devoted to you, we take refuge in you. Even through helpless and perplexed, you save them from discomfort and happiness. All worry you take away, O goddess, exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. Wearing the form of creative energy, sitting upon the carrier yoked to swans of vital breath, sprinkling water with the sanctity of kusha grass, O goddess, exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. In the form of energy of the great seer of all, displaying the trident of unity, the moon of devotion, and the serpents of energy, mounted upon the great bull of discipline, exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. Appearing in the form of ever pure one, accomplished by the cock of regularity and peacock of beauty, wielding the great energy, sinless exposure of consciousness, we bow unto you. Be gracious in the form of energy of consciousness which pervades all. You bear the conch of vibrations, the discus of revolving time, the club of articulation, and the bow of determination. Exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. In this form, the most excellent desire for union, you raise the earth with your tusks of perseverance, wielding the great discus of revolving time. For the good exposer of consciousness, we bow to you. In the form of the man-lion of courageous fortitude, you engaged in the slaying of thoughts, protecting the three worlds, exposure of consciousness. We bow to you. Possessing a crown of a great thunderbolt of illumination and 1,000 radiant eyes, and taking the life of confusion, exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. The intrinsic nature for she whom consciousness is emissary, you conquered the mighty armies that fought in fearful form and intense sound, exposure of consciousness. We bow to you. So these last 8 verses are actually verses of praise to the Ashtamatrika. So that would include Brahmani, who's essentially Sarasvati, Maheshvari, who is Parvati, Kumari, who is the Shakti of Kumar, or Skanda, the warrior son of Shiva and Shakti, Vaishnavi, essentially Lakshmi, Varahi, the Shakti of Vishnu's boar incarnation, Narshini, the Shakti of Vishnu's man-lion incarnation, the god, the sky god and storm god Indra, and finally Ma Chamunda. With the great teeth in your mouth, displaying a garland of heads of evil thoughts, O slayer of passion and anger, exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. So actually we've got an additional one here. So actually it's Durga, and then this last one is Chamunda. To true wealth, humility, great knowledge, faith, nourishment, self-sustenance, consistency, the great night of ignorance and the great measurement of consciousness, exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. The intellect of love, the spirit of all-pervading knowledge, the best, all existence, nature, unknowable one, fully occupied with self-restraint, O supreme, be pleased, exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. The intrinsic nature of all, the supreme of all, and the energy of all as well, you remove all fear from us. O goddess, reliever of difficulties, O goddess, we bow to you. May this beautiful face, displaying 3 eyes, protect us from all existence, ever pure one, we bow to you. With the intensive brilliance exceedingly sharp, the fierce destroyer of all thoughts, may your trident protect us from all fear. O excellent, she who beyond time, we bow to you. O goddess, the loud sound of the bells fills the perceivable world, destroying the prowess of all thought demons and protecting us from evil, as mother protects her children. May the brilliant sword of worship in your hands, smeared with blood and the fat of thoughts, act for our welfare. O you who tear apart thought, we bow to you. When you are pleased, you destroy all infirmities, and when you are displeased, you frustrate all desires. No calamity befalls those who take refuge in you, and those who take refuge in you invariably become refuge to others. And that's really the goal of this work. We come into the devotion of the Divine Mother wounded, and we ask for her healing. And then we reach a point when we as individuals can no longer contain that beautiful healing energy, and we become conduits of healing to those around us. Who else could do this which you have now performed, slaughtering those great thought demons, enemies of the way of truth, to wisdom, by manifesting the one whom the mother of the universe into many? Who other than you is spoken of the knowledge in scriptures and discourses in all sound, as the light of discrimination? You throw the universe in the great blinding darkness of egotism and attachment and make it whirl. Where there are demons of confused thoughts, serpents of dreadful poison, where there are foes and mighty hosts of robbers, where there's a great conflagration, in the midst of the sea of objects and their relationships, you stand and save the universe. You are sovereign of the universe, you protect the universe, the soul of the universe, you support the universe. Those who bow to you in devotion become the refuge of the universe. O Goddess, please be pleased, as you have just now saved us by slaying thought demons. In like manner, always save us from the fear of foes. Eradicate all evil from all the worlds, as well as all confusion and disturbance. O Goddess, remover of sufferings and calamities of the universe, be gracious to us who bow down to you. You who are not worthy of praise by the inhabitants of the three worlds, grant the best to all the worlds. And the goddess said, O gods, I shall give you blessings. Whatever blessings be your mind's desire for the benefit of the world, that blessing I shall certainly give. And the gods said, O Spirit of the Supreme Sovereign, terminate all disturbance of the three worlds, and in like manner, remove from us all hostility. And the goddess said, in the 14th part of the day of the infinite, ruled by the universal light, in the 28th period for manifestation, two great thoughts, self-conceit and self-deprecation, will manifest again. Then I shall be born from the womb of welfare in the house of the guardian of delight, and residing in the mountains of knowledge, I shall slay them. Again, I shall incarnate on earth in a ferocious form and slay the confusions of agitated awareness. And when I devour those great thoughts of agitated awareness, my teeth will become red as a pomegranate flower. Then the gods in the heavens and the men of the world of the mortals will continually sing my praise as she with red teeth. Rakta Dantikam. And when rain shall cease for 100 years and the earth be devoid of water, praised by men of wisdom, I shall manifest on earth, but not taking birth in a womb. Then I shall look at wise men with 100 eyes, whereupon the descendants of the incarnation of wisdom shall sing my praise as she with 100 eyes. Then, O gods, I shall nourish and maintain the entire world and preserve living beings with vegetables from my body until the rain comes. Then I shall be famed upon the earth as she who nourishes with vegetables. Also, in that time, I shall slay a great thought, a great demon, known as impossible. Then my name shall become renowned as Durga, she who removes difficulties. Again, I shall present a fearsome form and protect the human race and all those of wisdom in the Himalayas. And I will eat confusions, whereupon wise men will sing my praise, bowing to my manifested images. Then my name will become famous as the goddess of fearful form, when perplexity will create great oppressions in the three worlds. Then I shall take the form of innumerable bees with 6 legs, and for the benefit of the three worlds, I shall slay that great thought demon. And everywhere people will offer me praise as she who has a bee-like nature. Thus, wherever oppression arises from confused thought, I shall manifest to destroy the foes. Om Namah Chandikai Jema. So those last stanzas also convey the idea that the battles fought in the Devi Mahatmaya are really a battle that happens continuously here and here. And it's really the struggle for self-actualization. So I invite you now to again make yourself comfortable. Find a seated position that you can remain in for the next few minutes. I invite you to close your eyes, to open your breath, breathing deeply in the yogic manner. And let the mantra, the verses, carry your awareness to where it needs to explore and to learn at this moment. Om Ekadasho Daya Dayanam Om Balara Vidyutim Indo Kritam Tunga Chutkucham Nayana Trayakutam Samira Mukim Vardangkuse Prabhiti Karam Prabhaje Bhuvanasim. Om Risiruvacha Devyahate Tatra Mahen Sundarende Sendra Suravani Progamastam Katyayantim Troturisa Labad Victrase Vatrab Jivasi Tasya Devi Prapanate Hare Prasida Prasida Mata Jikata Kilasya Prasida Vishvesvada Pe Vishvam Tvameshwara Devi Chacharasya Adara Bhuta Jagatas Tvamika Mahi Svarupena Yata Stitasi Apam Svarupa Stitaya Traitayata Dapyate Krishna Malangaye Vari Tvam Vaishnavi Shakir Anata Virya Visvasya Bijyam Paramasi Maya Samohitam Devi Samastat Metat Tvam Vai Prasana Bhuvi Mukti Eta Vidya Samastava Devi Beda Sirya Samasta Shakala Jagatsu Svayakya Purtama Bayatat Kate Sri Stavya Para Parakrita Savabhuta Yada Devi Sarvgamukhi Pradayani Tvam Stutaeka Bhavantu Paramoktaya Sarvasyo Buddha Rupena Sasya Hide Samstite Sarva Paragvagade Devi Naryane Namostute Kalaksadi Rupena Paranama Padayani Visvasyo Paratal Shakti Naryane Namostute Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shiva Svada Sadike Saranye Triambake Gauri Naryane Namostute Stiti Siddhi Visanam Shakti Bhuti Sanatani Gunasrai Gunamai Naryane Namostute Sarvagatam Dinata Putrana Putrayani Sarvasyate Hare Devi Naryane Namostute Hamasyoka Vimastanti Brahmani Rupa Dharani Kashumbha Chakras Te Devi Naryane Namostute Trishula Chandra Dhare Mahavirsa Bhavani Masarga Rupanya Nanye Namostute Mayora Kukrati Masakti Dare Naghi Karumai Rupa Samtani Naryane Namostute Shanka Chakra Gada Sarnaga Grita Paramayode Pasida Vaishnavi Rupe Naryane Namostute Gritogra Mahachakre Damstrodora Vimudare Varaharapine Shive Naryane Namostute Nisimmarupa Nagogrena Hanatam Drayan Kritoyame Triloka Tranasahiti Naryane Namostute Krityante Mahavajre Sahasrana Yogjavale Vritta Prana Hare Chandri Naryane Namostute Shiva Dute Svadapenya Attadayata Mahabala Gorupe Maharave Naryane Namostute Damstra Kalavadane Siromana Vipusane Chamunde Munda Mahatani Naryane Namostute Lakshmi Laje Mahavedi Srada Puste Savadruve Maharatri Mahamai Naryane Namostute Mede Sarasvati Vare Bhuti Bada Tamasyi Nyate Tvam Prasidese Naryane Namostute Sarvavarupi Sarvase Sarvashakti Samanvite Vyabhyarasyastate Devi Durga Devi Namostute Etati Vandanam Sriyam Lochana Triambusitam Patuna Sarva Bitpaya Kayatani Namostute Shivalaratra Matra Yogram Asrasara Sudanam Triusam Patu Novitir Badrakali Namostute Hindra Sedayatad Tejamsi Svanapuraya Jagat Sagana Patu Nodevi Prapabayo Namo Stute Arsuga Vasya Panka Sachitaste Karajila Subaya Kadgo Bantu Chandike Tvam Natavasyam Rogasya Namaphami Tusta Rustu Kaman Salikan Abistan Tvamasri Tatnam Na Vipanaranam Tvamasrit Srita Hastayatam Prayanti Elat Kritam Yat Kadgam Trayada Dharmadvisham Devi Mahashuranam Ruperan Ker Buddhatvam Tam Kritvam Beke Tat Parute Kanya Vidasyu Sastritu Visrakadipes Vadasyu Cha Kachad Tvadanya Mahatgatre Timankare Vibramayate Tada Tiva Visham Raktashami Yato Gravischa Naga Asrayo Dasubalan Yatra Davasano Yatra Tatam Bihane Tatra Sita Tvam Parapase Visam Visavase Tvam Parapase Vishvam Visvamika Darasi Vishvam Vishasavananda bhavyati bhavanti visraye tvai bhakti namra deva prasida palahan nobirir niyam yatsutta vadaha hunaya sadya papani sarvayagatam prasmam nayasyo upatapatika janmuscha mahopasaragan prananam prasida tvam devi visartvarani astro trilokavashini murdani lokanam varda bhava devyovacha paradanam suraganavaram yanmanasachata tvam vridavam prasita me jagadmukha karakam devovacha sarvabhada prasamam trilokasye hiklasvare evameva trayakaryam amadvara vinasyam devovacha vivasvate natare prapte astavimasama yuge sumbo nishumbo trayamba pasyete mahasura nanda gopa grehe jata yasyoda garba samava tatasao nasyayame vyanchalana vashani punyan praptirandrana rupena pritivetale avritira hasanyani vayachitsu dayanvan prakya bhaktya saratangran vayupachita mahasuran raktadana bhavisyanti dadamiksu mapana tatomam devasarga martaloke chamanava stitovana mivarasyante satanam raktadatikam yosa satavar kyamana vritamaha biyase mundabir substuta bhutmal sumbhavi syama yojna tata satena netranam nitrixisyame yamanam krityasyante manuja Sattasimin mam tato hamiklam lokam atada samudbhavaya bharasyame surashakir avasye pradarake sambasari viktyanam tadayamayambuve tatravacha visyame durga makyam mahasuram Durga Deviti Viyatam Taime Nima Vavashane Puryam Yadabinamam Rupakritva Himachale Rakshami Bhaktya Yisyami Mudadam Trakaranat Tadamam Marina Sarve Siryantaya Namamuttaya Vaimabdevi Viksatam tamne nama bhavisyate yade krunkastrai loke mahabadim karisyate tadam baramam rupam krita simkaya sapadam trilokya hitaya vedamye mahashuram brahma brahmamati chamam luksada ya soyo saita itam yada yada bada dinavota vivisyate tada varaham karya marave samsayam Om. Om Angrim Klim Shamundaye Viche Om Angrim Klim Shamunday Vichi. 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 Namah. Again, feel yourself becoming one with the energies of the mantras and verses. And may they illuminate awareness of that divine presence within yourself. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath, becoming aware again of your surroundings. Sensation of yourself sitting, the feeling of the air upon your skin, rubbing the palms of your hands together, bringing them over your eyes, letting a little light in through your fingers as you slowly open your eyes, massaging the face, scalp, neck, arms, bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Om Sana Vavatu Sana Bunaktu Saviryam Kadavavahai Tejasvinavadita Mastu Ma Vidvidyavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste and Jai Ma. So 2 more days to Navaratri, day 9 tomorrow, and then the 10th day, which is Victory Day, the celebration of the Divine Mother without, and more importantly, within. This coming Tuesday, 7:30, our regular Tuesday night satsang, gentle yoga, meditation, puja. And then next Friday, a very special puja, considering the following Tuesday is election day. We'll be doing a puja at 7 p.m. to Ma Kamla. And Kamla is Kali in the form of Ma Lakshmi. And we just happen to have on one of the tickets our vice presidential nominee, somebody who is named for that form of the Divine Mother. So again, thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful day ahead. And I'll see you tomorrow. Jai Ma, namaste, and thank you.